Hello, it's me, ItsBlunty, and we're gonna try something a little different than we've done in the past. I'm going to fly for you for the first time since I checked March 20th in the simulator and in real life as well. Um, and I only flew a little bit both of those times, maybe like 30 minutes or an hour on the 20th and the 13th of March, and then it was a few months before that as well. I posted one of those videos up on the channel. Anyway, I'd like to sort of live commentate this. I don't know how much I'm really going to talk. But we're going to go from the menu straight in. I'm going to even be recording the music that I am listening to. You may hate it. I don't really care. Hate it if you hate it. But this is an example of what I'm listening to, what's happening directly, how I'm flying, all those things, so you can kind of get an idea of how I warm up, how I come out of not flying for a month and a half. And how I do on the Street League track. I have no practice on Street League on here, but I do have practice in the DRL simulator from way back. Hopefully there's some translation there. Also, Street League has a boost option in these Street League tracks. I'm not going to use that, or I might use that near the end, but I don't comfortably have a place on my T16 where I feel good about the right momentary switch to actually hit it. I think I would need to like install a button to press or something to be comfortable with the boost while I'm flying the track heavily. But that could change, and I might have a different opinion at the end of this little session here. So, without further ado, um, I'm going to do a couple things here, and then we'll hop into the game. Okay, we're going to get started here. I have my racing playlist set up on Spotify. I'm going to be randomly selecting through that. If you want to check that out, I'll try to remember to link that playlist, which is a public playlist, down in the video description. Again, you might not like the music. I could care less. We're going to throw that bitch on shuffle, and we're going to give this a fly. That's how I fly best. It may not matter for you, but it certainly matters for me how I fly, what music I listen to. Sometimes I start without music and then I add it as I get comfortable. Sometimes I just start it. It really gets my adrenaline going and helps me keep in the moment. I have a lot of anxiety issues, so adrenaline pumping definitely can trigger a fight or flight situation for me. And the music helps. So I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to start flying a little bit. We're just going to do this. One of those real quick. We're going to get our music going. And I'll balance this for you later. It's obviously loud for me, but I don't think it'll be loud for you. I'll try to balance it out so it's a reasonable volume and you can still hear me chatting. I don't fly with Velocidrone sounds, really, because I don't like them. So, all right. Let's see what's going on. Have not touched a radio. Whoa, way less power. I'm so used to flying 5-inch on Velocidrone. Wow. So heavy. A lot of pre-turning. We're going to have to do a lot of pre-turning so we can hit these without hitting the ground. Nice short track, though. That's good. Woo! I always want to try to get a 3-lap time down. That's always my goal. We want to know what the track looks like. I want to get a couple renditions on it. And we want to get a pour time. What I mean by that is, like, my first or second time, I always want to log that. I just have mine set up to auto-send. And that's so that I have something to beat. Right? Obviously, we're way towards the top. One thing I wanted to look at, some of these quads fly differently in Velocidrone. Just want to take a look. We got Fox, Crooked, Light Switch, Open Racer. Oh. Well, presumably, we're supposed to be flying with, yeah, like, the Spec 7 or something, right? So let's go do that. Let's go get the Spec 7 set up. So we'll go single player, add quad, Spec 7. Don't know if it's any different. Doubt it is. Also, I think Profile 1 is the faster one. I'm a little rusty on that. Go to our degrees. We only have one prop choice. Okay. Could be the same, could be no different. You know, but it could be. So, just in case. All right. We know what it looks like. We know how much power we have. Either I'm already warmed up or this has more power than the other drone did. But it is possible I'm already used to it a little bit. Oh. That's a reset? No, I did not notice, but I can't remember. Is that orange a recharge gate? Or is that orange a damage gate? I think maybe I'm wrong. I thought you fix damage when you go through the finish line anyway, but that's possible that's not the case. Ooh, okay, come on. You really got to try to use that momentum, which I'm doing a poor job of. Terrible, I'm really bad at that one. We're doing good enough that we'll take that. Oh, I say that and then have a rough time. Well, that one feels easy. Not sure if I'm used to it or what. You know, if you go too high, you really want to use that falling momentum of the weight to really get you going, you know? You can kind of make up for your mistakes. I really like this style of flying so much better than 5-inch. I just gotta get used to it again. It feels more like you're making decisions, you know? Like, the track is so simple. But the gap in the racers is probably pretty big. Actually, I haven't really looked at leaderboard time. It's possible it's not big at all. All right, we got an 83. Let's see where that puts us. All right, Johnny 5. We're typically trying to aim. I try to aim around Johnny 5 level. He's a good racer. Olandi is very good. T-Bell is very good. Sorry if you're on here and I'm not listing your name. Mr. E is very good. Like, I know a lot of these guys are very strong pilots, so. Okay. We may need to use the boost to get that extra time. Until we have to, we're not going to use it. We got tons of room to make up on our poor flying. Like that. So now we've got a decent time down. This is where I'm going to start focusing a little more on drilling down my times. So if I make big mistakes, I'm probably just going to reset. That still feels really bad. We got to figure out how to maintain the right momentum through that. There we go. That felt better. We got to make sure we're cutting in there. I keep taking stuff really wide because I'm not used to the weight. But we really want to close the gaps here. You know, we want to be in the top corner, the bottom corner. Try to minimize that movement. Up. Didn't hit it. Went too far. Something like that, where I'm just cutting that end out, you know? And now I'm starting to feel it. That adrenaline. That feels bad every time. Get the height. Oh, I missed it. That was a pretty good lap. Or that was a pretty good 3-lap. If I didn't crash. Still made an improvement. Really got to be pre-turn in here. Stay high, stay high. Oh. I think that's still going to be a good lap time. Oh, that felt good. That was what I wanted. Yeah, we shaved like, I have more than a half a second with that. Well, this is where I start to get the stick shakes. Because I'm doing good and my adrenaline kicks up. So if you can control it, it's, for me, adrenaline is very helpful. As it keeps me in the moment. Keeps my reflexes out. Oh, pre-turn too much. It's okay. Stay high. Woo. Stay high. Oh, I did it again. On the last lap. Okay, still good improvement. Alright, and we still have not boosted. I think we need to try one with the boost just to understand what it does. It's so uncomfortable for me to hit. Like, I still can't imagine how I'm going to hit this. Okay, let's try to hit. Oh god. There's the boost. So I don't really know what's going on. I need it on an easier button to hit. There's the boost. I assume it's like Real Street League where you get, I think you get 3 boosts, right? But I don't see like a boost counter unless I'm blind. Some indication of being able to boost. I'm once again gonna hit it here. Boost depleted, okay. I don't think that really helped, but it's so awkward to hit. Definitely hit our prop on that gate. Ah, so rough. I just have so much more room to improve without the boost. Like, that is such a slow turn. I know I can hit that better. Okay. We got this. Ah. I just don't quite have the right thumbstick order. Also, that light is so mischievous. That street light. So I had to let off throttle. I mean, maybe that's what you have to do there, but... Ah.
See the look in your face, telling me a story. You don't have to be alone. I love to see you smiling. Why you try to hide it? Don't you know you've got it all?
All right, much improved.
When you're gone, do your thing and you live like you won't.
All right, I'm gonna take a couple minute break and hop back in. That's typically what I do. You know, we get like some finger practice, some muscle warm-ups. Take a 5 or 10, pop back in, and keep doing that. So that's what we're gonna try again. Okay. All right, it's been probably 5 minutes, so we're gonna get back in here. Had a little bit of time for the muscle memory to set in. And now we're just gonna get to it. So let's just you know, get ourselves oriented here. All right. So heavy. Here we go. Oh. Now, one thing I often do, which I'm worried I'm going to do this time, and I kind of do every time, is that I just get going. Like, I really just, well, how do I want to say it? I feel faster than I am. So, like, I fly past my skill. Also, I just realized my mic is clipping. I'm going to stop the recording, start a new one, fix my mic audio so I can balance them separately later. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. No, they should be balanced. I don't think I'm going to clip anymore if I... Yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, if you were hearing bad audio before, I apologize, but can't record it again because it was literally, you know, it's my first time. I think we need to be sideways for that and pulling back, but I'm not 100% sure. So, you know, it would actually be something like this, and then, yeah. I just have a tendency to want to go up and yaw instead of using the pitch, like back on pitch. Like, I just stay level, and I think I need to turn sideways. Let's practice that a couple times and see if we can fix it. So this is also another one of my things where, like, you know, if you identify something where you think you can gain time, you just want to spend a... Yeah, look at how much better that was. So much faster I got around that gate. Just want to analyze this kind of stuff and see, like, is there a way I can fix it? Oh, that was better. I just kind of threw myself around it. Okay, now. Let's just go back here again. Yeah, that we need to be using that left stick. Can I show my... Sorry for not doing this earlier, but I can throw my sticks down there. Remember, I am mode 3. If you don't know, I'm mode 3. So the throttle's on the right, yaw is on the right, pitch and roll are down there. But maybe you can more clearly see what I'm talking about. See, I need to be, you know, when I'm coming around that and just yawing, it's not the ticket. Blew that corner out. Alright, I'm probably resetting a little too much. Yet another mistake I often make is that I just keep resetting. Not good habit, I don't think. I think you need to see how wide could we have made that. We're just going to keep it, but Jesus. I think there's a way to cut that without being all wobbly on it. So another thing you can do is watch other players' runs here. When you have that momentum, that gate's a lot easier. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, you're in a pogo stick, not a drone. Oh, I was feeling it. Kind of snapped in there. One thing you also got to try to do is not over slalom. So sometimes I'll get really into it and I'll kind of like do like you're slaloming a ski slope, and you really don't want to do that because you're adding extra movement and momentum that you don't want. If you don't know what I mean like going back and forth, like wide, not wider, but like tighter than you need to be, I guess. You're creating a slalom where there's not really one. Like right here, I could go super wide, but if you just cut it real close and don't swing out, you're fine. Another example of me yawing too much. I think the yaw habit is from angle mode whoop racing for so long. That was a little risky, and I paid for it on the other end, so I didn't commit. Is that better, or no? No. Yeah, we got a 78 before, okay. The last lap was, I think, pretty good, though, 23. All right. Not gonna get there doing that. My current goal is a 75. Don't know if we'll get there. Oh man. That was a pretty good lap, I think. I still think I'm wasting too much. Like I'm moving way too much. Might be time to watch other racers. Like I know I'm wasting a ton of time on that. I just can't feel how to fly it. Might be easier with higher cam angle, honestly. I am at a 42 in case you didn't see that earlier. Every time you think of me. Every time you think of me. I think it's really important you fly with music you like. Way too wide. Way too wide. That's a good... Oh no! Oh, okay. We were like 0.8 or something before, right? I mean, there's tons of room. Looking at other people, it sounds like a lot of people are not boosting. Johnny5 said he did not know that there was a boost, which was my case until earlier today. And then T-Bell said he'd slower with the boost. So that makes me feel a little better and a little worse because I can't use it, but also I'm just as fast as I am. Hands on my body. Bear with me. All right, I have returned. I don't know if you heard it, but Henry was barking up a storm. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you heard before, but Henry was barking up a storm. Well, we got it. Now we're good to go. Hopefully. Let's get back to it. Yeah, we got to clean these up. I mean, that's where our time is going to come from. That was so much faster.
It's all or not. Love is on a run till we get caught. Making a getaway with everything we stole. Pistol
You gotta try really hard not to give up when you have those moments. I do it all the time. Still shave time off even with the crash, so we got tons of room. I don't know if you saw that, but that was Can you not see it if you submit it? Oh well, you could pause and look. I think it was 2 under 25 and a 27. Tons of room. So slow. Just got to make sure you're always trying to improve. So you're trying different stick movements. I mean, this is all obvious stuff, but I've had a lot of people ask me about stuff like this. So even though I'm not a great racer, hopefully I can share my insight as someone who's not a great racer. And who never, who flies very rarely. Shaking the rust off can be a good skill to have. It's like riding a bike. Might not be doing tricks the next time you hop on one right away, but you can ride it. All right, we're figuring that out. Yes, I think that's what we have to do there. Treat that like a requirement. It's all about maintaining momentum. See, we're finding lines now. Could fall into that turn. Still did bad, but I think we're feeling it out now. We gotta stop crashing and we gotta fix our shitty lines. I mean, I'm just slowing down way too much on a lot of these objects, but that's okay. I knew I was gonna hit it. See how I cut out that like height there? That's kind of, and that was bad, but terrible. So there goes our any chance of anything, but yeah, I specifically cut the height out of, well, anywhere is where you want to cut it, but specifically when we go up for that gate, I keep doing a thing where I crest up, and you really got to not do that. It can be really hard to recognize these things when you're flying, though. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. Like, I don't know if the way I went around that... Oh, see, I just did it again. It feels like you want to crest up because you're in a big, heavy drone. By crest up, I mean like... Oh, forgot where we're going. We need to do this instead of going up. So we cut out all that airtime. That was way too much. Something like that is probably what our goal is here. Thumb is starting to hurt. Music ended, so I can think about those kind of things. Stay tight. Adrenaline messed me up there instead of helping. Okay, much improved. Very adrenaline-y. I'm gonna shake it out a little bit. Take some deep breaths. If you don't have anxiety, you may not be familiar with these feelings, but... Alright. We'll do another one and see if we've got the balance on it, and then if we don't, then we may take a little break again. I definitely want to beat Johnny 5, just because it's a good target to have, right? We also don't want to have to stop inside the box, so we got to find a happy medium of that. That's not how we want to hit that. That's probably still faster than what we were doing before. Oh, way wide. Way slow. That's what we want. Way wide, slow, wide. So much problem. Even hit it that time. Cut that wide. So much room for improvement. Too wide. I had to shut off the throttle because of my angle. Ground. Yeah, not good. Okay. Definitely still feel the nerves in my arm. Ugh. We tried to save it. Not quite, though. Oh, brother. This is where I personally start to find it hard to motivate because it starts to get much more difficult to push. Okay, didn't see that there at all. Terrible. The replay. Alright, I think I only got a few more in me, and then we'll probably call it for the video. You'll notice I'm hitting a lot more things than I was before. It's because I'm trying to cut time out. And also my fingers are getting tired, I imagine, as part of it. I could feel that not being right. I yawed when I shouldn't have.
Trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me reason.
Here's a recent song I found I really like.
Go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you
All right, I think that's all I got. So thank you for joining me. I hope this was enlightening, or at least something fun for you to do for a little while. So take it easy. Have a good one.